Hello, this is February 23rd. I'm in New Delhi. I'm in Khosla Ayurvedic Hospital. This is Maharishi AyurVeda Hospital, a worldwide organization for Ayurveda with 6 million followers in all the different countries. And I'm here actually with the leaders of Maharishi AyurVeda products of India. This is Dr. Ananda Shrivastava and this is Dr. Ram Shrivastava. So here we are discussing how we can promote Ayurveda in all the different countries of the world. The main challenge is that many countries are taking Ayurveda and yoga from India back to their own countries. They are adulterating it, they are commercializing it, and they don't even give credit to India. So we're discussing, what would be the solution. And I've actually written up 17 suggestions for Ayush, and I'd like to hear the comments from Dr. Anand Shrivastava and how to accomplish this.
Well, I'm sure I have gone through all your suggestions and I feel they are very timely suggestions because now the awareness about Ayurveda is growing and this is the time when people will start making use of that awareness to commercialize or to grab the ownership of the knowledge. And this could be quite unfortunate because the thing is that here in India, the Atma of Ayurveda is there. And if you simply take the knowledge or the superficial body of Ayurveda, then it will be just the body. There will be no life in it. So, in order to have the life, it will be better to protect and preserve the Atma also within it. And in order to be able to do that, it will be good, it will be very important that the place which is the source of Ayurveda maintains the ownership or the you can say the control. Then the whole thing will go out from India. Otherwise, people knowing not much about the very purpose of Ayurveda or the value of holistic Ayurveda will be simply doing it for the sake of selling some medicine or selling some programs or some therapies, and it will be in a very fragmented way and the knowledge will be lost. So it's important that the suggestions which you have made, they are very valuable suggestions and very timely suggestions. They must be followed and they must be actually not only followed, practiced, brought into very practical field.
Realized.
Yes, realized.
And what's your opinion, Dr.
So,
Ramji?
in my opinion, the intention of Bharat, which is India, has always been to give out. So even if we start from the history of India, it has always had in its root to give out knowledge.
Giving.
That giving culture is very enrooted in India, in the values of India. And the concern that you've raised very rightly is what people are now doing, are taking only parts and aspects, specific aspects of knowledge such as Ayurveda and Yoga, and making them, or delivering them as per their own convenience. And the fear that comes along with that is the totality of knowledge is lost. And the totality of yoga, the totality of Ayurveda, which is there, preserved in Indian values, doesn't go out in its totality. And that is what the fear is, that partial knowledge then becomes harmful.
And what do you think is the best strategy?
Well, the best strategy is first bring out the totality of knowledge together. Otherwise, yoga is simply has come down to level of a few exercises, few physical exercises. That is yoga. Similarly, meditation or sitting straight and just concentrating has become meditation. Ayurveda, simple, some herbal medicines, system of herbal medicines is Ayurveda. Whereas, if you look at the totality is yoga means knowledge of total integration of life. Not just some exercises or some asanas and all. Total integration of life, which starts from your setting up of your own standards for life, your own objectives for life, how to follow it and how to come to the highest level of human being or human development. That is, you can say in Sanskrit it is called Brahmi Chetana, or in modern science you can call it unified field. That should be the objective of human physiology or human level. Similarly, Ayurveda is not just simple some medicines or some herbal medicine. Ayurveda, when you look at the name, the very name Ayurveda means total knowledge of total integration of life. That is Ayurveda. Now, when you understand that and when you standardize that, then it becomes kind of a knowledge which was given to us, which was passed on to us by the rishis and Maharishi thousands and thousands of years ago. The same knowledge which has been now revived by Maharishi in its holistic value is actually a real Ayurveda. And that must be preserved. That must be preserved for its holistic value and brought to the world. Whole world should. Once these values are applied in the public life, the whole face of medicine or medical world will change. I mean, it goes somewhat beyond one's imagination how much this can do for the world. But it is very important, must be.
And you mentioned that we need to act as a group.
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain that, please?
So, Maharishi's philosophy was always bring out the true knowledge from the Vedas, make it very practical, and let everybody in the world take advantage of it. And it was as simple as that. And the way Maharishi did it is with a lot of simplicity, and that is why the knowledge was always so effective. That's the principle I suggest we follow also to liaison with the Indian government and the Ayush ministry in specific. If we create a strong group, if we create a strategy, again, based on the Vedas, based on Maharishi's teachings, we keep it very simple and approach them with a very, like your 17 practical points, something exactly like this. When we go to them with something very objective, something very practical, and tell them the way to do it. Because the difficult work of figuring out how it will happen has already been done by Maharishi. Our job is also to take them and have it implemented.
That's a very good idea. So this is our action plan. Namaste.
Namaste.